The alien scout ship hurtled through the unfamiliar atmosphere, its metallic hull screaming with the intensity of a dying machine. Inside, Zara clutched her control panel, her translucent emerald green skin trembling with each violent shudder. Her 3 iridescent eyes darted across the flickering navigation screens, watching helplessly as system after system failed. Minutes ago, her entire research team had been alive. Now, they were gone, vaporized in a sudden, brutal attack that came without warning or explanation. Zara was alone, a lone survivor spiraling toward an unknown planet's surface, her sophisticated technology crushed and useless. The ship's interior was a chaos of sparking circuits and broken equipment. Blood, a luminescent green that glowed softly in the dim emergency lighting, trickled down her forehead from a deep gash. Her advanced healing mechanisms were struggling, overwhelmed by the rapid sequence of catastrophic events. Outside the viewscreen, an alien landscape approached rapidly. Dense forests of strange trees with thick, dark trunks and silver-green leaves rushed up to meet her. The planet's electromagnetic interference had completely blocked her ability to send a distress signal to her home world. No one would know her fate. No one would come to rescue her. Zara closed her eyes and whispered an ancient Calarian prayer, a ritual of farewell that her people had used for thousands of generations when death seemed certain. Her slender fingers, with their delicate webbing and iridescent skin, touched a small crystalline pendant around her neck, the only remaining connection to her lost research team. The ship's computer began its final shutdown sequence. Warning alarms blared in a language no human would understand, a complex series of musical tones that translated to a simple message: total system failure imminent. Zara braced herself, knowing the impact would be devastating. Her mind raced through memories of her mission. They had been tracking something important, a potential threat to galactic stability. But now, that mission would die with her, lost in the crash on this strange, unknown world. The forest grew closer. Trees became distinct, their branches reaching out like desperate fingers. Zara could see individual leaves, could almost count the varying shades of green and silver that painted the landscape. Her scientific mind, even in these final moments, cataloged details, a lifetime of training refusing to be silenced by fear. Suddenly, the ship lurched. A massive tree trunk appeared directly in her path. There was no time to adjust, no time to prepare. Impact was seconds away. In that moment, Zara felt something unexpected, not fear, but a strange sense of calm. Whatever happened next was beyond her control. The universe moved in its own mysterious ways, and she was merely a small part of its grand design. The ship crashed. Metal tore. Branches snapped. The ground rose up to meet her with incredible force. For a moment, everything went completely silent. Then darkness. When consciousness slowly returned, Zara found herself partially trapped in the wreckage. Her body ached in ways she had never experienced before. The ship's interior was now a twisted maze of broken technology and shattered dreams. Sparks occasionally jumped between broken circuits, casting strange shadows in the growing darkness. Outside, the alien forest remained indifferent to her struggle. Birds, or what passed for birds on this planet, continued their evening songs. Small creatures moved through the underbrush, unaware of the extraordinary event that had just occurred. Zara's breathing was shallow. Her advanced physiology was fighting to repair the extensive damage, but the injuries were severe. She knew her chances of survival were minimal. No rescue would come. No one from her civilization would find her. She was alone. As night began to fall, casting long shadows through the broken viewscreen, Zara wondered about the planet that would become her final resting place. Would anyone ever know what happened to her? Would her research, her team's sacrifice, mean anything in the vast, uncaring universe? Little did she know, something was approaching through the trees. Something that would change everything. The forest grew dark, shadows lengthening between ancient trees. Mark Rodriguez moved carefully, his flashlight cutting through thick underbrush. He was part of a wilderness rescue team, experienced in finding lost travelers and tracking unusual environmental disturbances. Earlier that evening, strange electromagnetic readings had caught the team's attention. Something had crashed in this dense forest region, something that didn't match any known aircraft or meteor pattern. Mark's scientific training and years of rescue experience made him the perfect lead investigator. His boots crunched against fallen leaves and moss-covered ground. Nearby team members spread out, scanning the area with specialized equipment. They knew something significant had happened, but no one could predict what they might discover. Suddenly, a glint of metallic reflection caught Mark's eye. He moved closer, pushing aside thick branches. What he saw made him stop breathing for a moment. A spacecraft unlike anything he had ever seen lay broken among the trees. Its design was organic, almost fluid, with curves and angles that seemed to defy human engineering principles. The metal, if it could be called metal, had a strange iridescent quality, shifting colors even in the limited moonlight. "I need backup," Mark whispered into his radio, his voice steady despite the incredible scene before him. As he approached, he noticed movement inside the broken vessel. Something was alive in there. Something not human. Zara, barely conscious, recognized the approaching presence. Her Calarian training had always warned about potential hostile encounters with less advanced species. But she was too weak to defend herself, too injured to run. Mark's tactical training kicked in. He moved slowly, carefully, understanding that any sudden movement could trigger an unknown defensive mechanism. His medical background told him the being inside was critically injured and needed immediate help. The alien's appearance was unlike anything humans had documented. Her skin shimmered with a soft green luminescence, her body structure suggesting an entirely different evolutionary path from Earth-based lifeforms. 3 delicate eye structures were partially open, tracking Mark's movements with surprising intelligence. "We're here to help," Mark said softly, knowing she might not understand. His team arrived moments later, bringing specialized medical equipment and containment protocols. They had trained for potential extraterrestrial scenarios, but nothing could truly prepare them for this moment. Dr. Elena Chen, their lead medical expert, began assessing the alien's condition. Her hands moved carefully, using advanced scanning devices to understand the creature's physiological structure. "Her cellular regeneration is extraordinary," she muttered, watching complex bioreadings. "But she's suffering massive systemic trauma." Mark watched as they carefully extracted Zara from the crashed ship. Every movement was calculated, every decision made with scientific precision and unexpected compassion. The alien drifted between consciousness and a deep healing state. Fragments of memory flickered through her mind, her destroyed research team, the mysterious attack that had left her alone, the long desperate flight before the crash. At the research facility, Zara was placed in a specialized containment unit. Protective barriers surrounded her, designed to prevent potential biological contamination while allowing comprehensive medical intervention. Hours passed. Medical teams worked tirelessly, adapting human technology to support her alien physiology. Mark remained nearby, feeling a strange connection to this unexpected visitor. No one knew what her arrival meant. Was she a scout? A refugee? A potential threat? Or simply a survivor, like any other living being hoping to survive against impossible odds? As dawn broke, casting soft light through the facility's windows, Zara's condition stabilized. Her 3 eyes opened fully for the first time, taking in the strange human environment. Mark approached the containment unit, meeting her gaze directly. In that moment, something shifted, a mutual recognition of intelligence, of potential understanding beyond biological differences. The first contact had begun. And nothing would be the same again. Days passed slowly in the medical facility. Zara remained suspended between consciousness and deep healing, her alien body fighting against human medical interventions. Dr. Elena Chen worked tirelessly, her hands moving carefully across advanced monitoring equipment. Mark Rodriguez watched through the observation window, his mind wrestling with countless questions. The alien patient represented something beyond scientific discovery. She was a living mystery, a potential bridge between 2 completely different civilizations. The medical team discovered that Zara's immune system was extraordinarily complex. What would heal a human in hours took days for her. Her cellular structure seemed to reject even the most carefully designed medical treatments. Each intervention required delicate recalibration. "Her body is fighting us," Dr. Chen explained to Mark one evening.
It's like every cell is programmed to resist external assistance. We're dealing with medical technology centuries beyond our current understanding. Zara's memories drifted in and out of focus. Fragments of her destroyed research mission played like broken video clips in her mind.
She remembered the sudden attack, the destruction of her team, the desperate final moments before crash landing on this unknown planet.
The humans fascinated her.
Their approach was different from what her civilization had taught her. Instead of treating her as a potential threat, they worked to save her life.
Each careful medical procedure, each gentle intervention challenged everything she knew about human behavior.
Mark became her primary point of contact. Using advanced translation algorithms, they slowly began to communicate. It was a delicate dance of technology and patience, bridging two completely different forms of communication.
"Why are you helping me?" Zara finally managed to communicate through the translation device. Her bioelectromagnetic signals converted into simple human language. Mark's response was surprisingly straightforward. "Because it's the right thing to do."
The facility buzzed with controlled excitement.
Scientists from various disciplines wanted to study her.
Military personnel wanted to understand her technology.
But Mark ensured she was treated with respect, not as a specimen. Slowly, Zara's body began to heal.
Her advanced regenerative capabilities started working more effectively, supported by carefully adapted human medical techniques. Her 3 iridescent eyes became more alert, taking in the strange human environment. Conversations with Mark revealed more about her mission. She was part of a research team tracking potential galactic threats. The attack that destroyed her team remained a mystery, something that now intrigued both the alien and her human rescuers. The medical team discovered remarkable things about her physiology.
Her blood could potentially regenerate damaged tissues. Her immune system could potentially fight diseases unknown to human medicine. Each discovery opened up new possibilities.
But Zara remained hesitant. Years of training had taught her to be cautious, to view less advanced civilizations as potential threats. These humans were different from what she expected. They showed compassion where she anticipated aggression. Mark noticed her hesitation. He understood that trust would take time. Each interaction was carefully managed, each conversation a delicate negotiation between two completely different understandings of the universe. As her strength returned, Zara began to share more about her civilization. The Calarians were an advanced species, focused on scientific exploration and maintaining galactic balance. But their approach was clinical, detached, very different from the emotional human connection she was experiencing. The facility became a unique environment of scientific discovery and unexpected friendship. Mark and his team worked to understand Zara, while she slowly began to understand them. The barriers between species began to blur. "We are not what you expected," Mark told her one evening, watching the sunset through the facility's large windows. Zara's response came slowly through the translation device.
"No. You are not." Something was changing.
Not just for Zara, not just for the humans, but potentially for the understanding between different intelligent species across the universe. The healing was more than physical. It was a healing of perceptions, of understanding, of potential connections between worlds. Weeks turned into months.
Zara's recovery progressed, and her relationship with the human research team transformed from cautious observation to genuine collaboration.
Mark Rodriguez became more than just a liaison, he became her primary connection to human understanding.
The research facility became a unique laboratory of interspecies communication. Zara's advanced knowledge combined with human scientific curiosity created breakthrough technologies that no single civilization could have developed alone.
Her understanding of quantum communication systems combined with human engineering opened doors to entirely new scientific possibilities.
Mark spent hours helping Zara understand human culture.
She learned about human emotions, social structures, and the complex ways humans connected with each other. Her Calarian training had always presented humans as primitive and unpredictable, but her experience proved something entirely different.
"Your species is contradictory," Zara communicated one evening. "Capable of incredible destruction and remarkable compassion. Mark smiled. That's probably the most accurate description of humanity anyone has ever given. The team discovered that Zara's original mission involved tracking a significant galactic threat. The mysterious attack that destroyed her research team remained an unresolved puzzle. Each piece of recovered data suggested a complex political conflict far beyond human comprehension. Scientists from multiple disciplines worked together. Physicists analyzed her ship's technology. Linguists decoded her communication systems. Medical experts studied her extraordinary biological capabilities. Each discovery was carefully documented, each breakthrough a potential revolution in human understanding. Zara's translation device became more sophisticated. She could now communicate complex ideas, sharing insights about her civilization that challenged human understanding of life, technology, and universal exploration. Her 3 iridescent eyes would shift colors as she explained complex scientific concepts. The government became increasingly interested. Military officials wanted detailed briefings. Scientific institutions requested comprehensive reports. But Mark ensured Zara's safety and dignity remained paramount. She was not a weapon or a research subject, she was a living, intelligent being. Her healing continued. The human medical treatments, initially rejected by her body, now worked in remarkable harmony with her natural regenerative capabilities. She grew stronger, more integrated with her human environment. Zara's revelations about galactic politics were shocking. Her civilization had been monitoring potential threats, watching developing species like humans. But the attack on her research team suggested a deeper, more complex conflict involving multiple advanced civilizations. Someone wanted to prevent communication, she explained. Someone feared what might happen if different species truly understood each other. Mark recognized the profound implications. This was more than a scientific discovery, it was a potential key to understanding broader universal dynamics. The research team developed translation technologies based on Zara's communication methods. Her bioelectromagnetic signal processing became a breakthrough in interspecies communication. Universities and research centers around the world became excited about the potential applications. Zara's perspective on humanity changed dramatically. The species she once considered primitive and dangerous now represented hope, compassion, and extraordinary potential. Mark and his team had completely transformed her understanding. "You saved me," she told Mark one evening, "when my own civilization would have left me to die." Mark's response was simple but profound. No intelligent being deserves to be abandoned. Their relationship became symbolic. Not just a connection between two individuals, but a potential bridge between entire civilizations. Each conversation, each shared discovery, represented something much larger than themselves. As months passed, Zara's recovered ship was carefully reconstructed. Not as a weapon or a tool of invasion, but as a symbol of potential cooperation. Human and Calarian technologies merged, creating something entirely new. The world watched and waited. News of the alien visitor spread, challenging human understanding of their place in the universe. Scientific communities debated. Political institutions analyzed. But at the core of it all was a simple story of rescue, understanding, and unexpected friendship. Zara was no longer just a survivor. She had become an ambassador not just for her civilization, but for the extraordinary potential of communication and compassion. Something remarkable was beginning. The final revelation came during a quiet morning at the research facility. Zara's recovered ship logs revealed a shocking truth that would change everything. The attack on her research team was not random, it was a carefully planned elimination by a secret interspecies consortium determined to prevent peaceful galactic communication. Mark listened carefully as Zara decoded the encrypted data. Her 3 iridescent eyes flickered with a mix of emotions: anger, sadness, and a growing sense of purpose. The rogue group had been monitoring potential connections between developing civilizations, destroying any mission that threatened their controlled narrative. They fear understanding, Zara communicated through her advanced translation device. They believe separation maintains their power. The implications were massive. What seemed like a simple rescue mission had become something far more significant. Zara's survival was not just a personal victory, but a potential turning point for galactic relations.
Government officials and scientific leaders gathered for a carefully managed press conference. Zara, now mostly recovered, stood beside Mark, a symbol of unexpected cooperation.
Her alien form, once considered terrifying, now represented hope and possibility. "We are not alone," she told the world. "And we are better together."
Her research, combined with human scientific expertise, began producing breakthrough technologies.
Communication systems that could bridge vast interstellar distances. Medical treatments that could heal previously incurable conditions.
Energy technologies that could transform human understanding of resource management. Mark became more than a rescue team leader. He became Zara's closest ally, helping her navigate human social structures and political complexities. Their friendship became a living example of what could be achieved when different species truly listened to each other. The mysterious consortium that attacked Zara's original team remained a shadow in the background. Intelligence agencies from multiple countries worked to understand the broader implications.
But Zara and Mark focused on positive progress, on building bridges instead of walls.
Zara's ship was carefully reconstructed, not as a weapon, but as a collaborative technology platform.
Human and Calarian engineers worked side by side, creating something entirely new.
Each component represented a step toward broader understanding. Her biological data offered incredible medical insights.
Her regenerative capabilities could potentially revolutionize human healthcare.
Her immune system suggested entirely new approaches to treating complex diseases. The world watched in fascination.
News networks covered every development. Scientific journals published groundbreaking research.
What had started as a mysterious crash in a forest had become a pivotal moment in human history. "We rescued each other," Mark would often say, reflecting on their journey. Zara's original mission, tracking potential galactic threats, continued, but now with human collaboration. The lone survivor had become a bridge between worlds, a living testament to the power of compassion and curiosity. Political leaders debated the broader implications. Military strategists analyzed potential scenarios. But at the heart of it all was a simple story of unexpected friendship and mutual understanding.
As years passed, the collaboration between Zara and human researchers produced technologies that transformed multiple industries. Communication systems, medical treatments, energy solutions. Each breakthrough carried the DNA of their unexpected connection. The consortium that attacked her original team remained a mystery, but their power was diminishing. Every successful collaboration, every shared discovery, was a direct challenge to their philosophy of separation and control. Zara no longer felt like a stranger.
She had found a new home, a new purpose. The humans who once seemed dangerous had become her family, her allies, her hope for a broader universal understanding.
During a quiet moment, watching a sunset with Mark, Zara reflected on her incredible journey.
From a desperate crash landing to a pivotal moment in interstellar relations, her story had become something extraordinary. "We were meant to meet," she communicated, her translation device capturing the depth of her emotion. Mark smiled, understanding the profound truth in her words. The universe watched and waited, changed forever by an unexpected rescue, an unlikely friendship, and the extraordinary potential of compassion. Destiny had found its embrace.